Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to yet another TapDaddyBeats stream. Let's get some jams going here. Hell yeah. But yes, welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be doing something slightly different than our typical Thursday stream. We're going to be making beats today. Just making some music in Ableton Live, you know? Really, the reason is, I guess, is I've got a couple of tracks lined up that I think would be great singles, but I want to take a few more swings at it before I solidify whatever I'm putting out, you know? So, I don't know. I also could use some more BeatStars beats, I suppose, but we'll just kind of see what we make today. I don't know. Might be something for Spotify, might be some BeatStars stuff. We'll just see. Maybe we'll try to do a little bit of both, but should be good. But yes, what we are listening to right now is my new release. It's called Summer Breeze. Yeah, nice little breezy banger. I am TapDaddy on all platforms if you guys are trying to find the music. And I recently put out an album called Return to Earth. So if you're looking for a good entrance into my discography, go check out my newest album. It's some really good ethereal jazzy hip hop stuff. Some awesome stuff there. So anyways, we should just dive in. Got some hot coffee here. I'm wearing glasses today because I'm lazy. I'm a lazy bastard. It's true. Alright, let's pause this. We'll pause that and dive right into Ableton Live. But yeah, here, let me get all of my stuff going. Here we go. Alright, so here's really the deciding factor, I guess, as to whether we're going to be doing a BeatStars beat or a Spotify beat. I kind of want to aim for a Spotify single. If I've got a few that are like lined up that are really good. I just want to see if I can do something even better. So, let's see. I feel like I start so often with piano. Maybe we start with guitar this time. Let's go guitar and see what they have in terms of, like, if I could find something that, like, it could serve as a good foundation, something that we could build a ton on top of, or even something that we could, like, chop up, maybe something lo-fi hip-hop. Meh. That's the one from what we just listened to. Let's turn time stretching off. This would almost be too chill of a track. This I flipped just the other night and it came out gorgeous. I made it into a neo soul track. Oh, it's beautiful. This could be cool. I kind of have an idea for this guy. I kind of want to sift through this pack a little bit. There's some gold in here. But you see, this is like just... it's simple, and therefore we could build so much on top of this. We'll go guitar. So that's what we're considering. I like the width of this guy. Like, holy shit. No, I think we're gonna go with that other guy. This guy. We might chop him up, we'll see. Let's just get in with some drums. I want some like tight sounding drums. Let's see. Here we go. All right. And you know, my jam cam seems broken today, but let's try it at least. Yeah, you see it's frozen, but I might just have to like restart my computer before next stream. But I can fix this real quick. There we go. Awesome. All right. Okay, yeah, that's a pretty solid groove. I like that. We'll capture that. Let me throw us back onto our other cam. And it's frozen, of course. So I'll fix that. Something tells me we won't be using much jam cam today. That's okay. All right. So let's see what we got captured here. Okay, so we'll end it right there. Let's slide this in. And you know, we do have the option to maybe like dress it up with a bunch of like secondary snare hits. I think that's always good. Right off the bat, I've got something I've been playing around a lot with this kit that I think sounds cool. And we might kind of spruce up this fill over here. But let me see if I can go into Splice and find, there was like this one tambourine that I've been kind of enjoying. This guy. Now, do I want to do it every snare hit or maybe like every other? So here's what I like to do. It's a little bit loud, but let's just like get this to really gel together. We're going to turn him really down and apply a really big reverb on him. And it's going to sound pretty cool, I think. Let's pull out Super Plate. I love this reverb. Man, I don't know if you guys saw, I kind of pissed off all of the producers on TikTok. I made a video talking about, because, you know, I've got a background in computer science, right? I've studied a lot of, like, one of my favorite courses was system security, where they literally, like, teach you how to hack so that you can learn to make more secure systems. So I learned a lot about, like, malicious stuff that goes on, right? And one of the things I learned about is how people will bootstrap software to cracked plugins and cracked software to basically skim your computer for banking information, and then they like sell it on the dark web, right? They sell your information. They themselves don't use it. They sell it to people that will. And I made a video talking about that, and it got like 50,000 views or 45,000 views on TikTok, and people are clowning me in the comments. People do not like being told that cracked software can be sketchy. They just don't like it. Oh, it's been, they've been clowning me, man. Oh, here we go. That or... No, I think we want this default one at max. Yeah. Okay, so we'll like turn this down. Yeah, maybe we could do like every other one. Perfect. Yeah, it's pretty slick. And yeah, we're at 86. I feel like I sometimes kind of avoid the mid 80 range just because I feel like it's kind of weird when it comes to rhyming. We might bump that up to like 88. That's a little bit. Let's just leave it at 86. It's fine. Now, let's make this drum snap a little bit better. We're going to apply a little bit of compression to them. Let's pull out the 1176. We're going to give it a lot of attack. And I just like how that kind of makes the snare snap a little bit better. It's kind of got a little bit more thwap to it. Okay. We got this. Now let's go back over to our sample. Oh shit, did I lose it? I should have saved it. That's okay. We can find our way back. It's just saying guitars. If I search lo-fi hip-hop, and it was in this sample pack, guitar, and it was this guy. Okay. Let's turn time to stretch on and see how this is gonna sound. Yeah, I don't want to chop this. This is gonna just make for a really good like soul track. I've just been so like into soul music lately. I don't know. But we're probably going to pitch it a little bit differently. I don't like using the pitch that everybody uses because, I don't know, copy it like some dumbass and eventually puts it into Content ID. And it sucks. So don't get too used to that. Let's turn this down now. Go C minor. This feels good. Hell yeah. I feel like this is gonna pair well with a lot of synths and stuff. Down a bit. pull out Analog Lab. There's at least one synth that I know is going to pair well with the soundscape that I want to build here. What is it called? Celestial Homeland, I think it was. C minor. That's so golden, man. I love it. It makes me happy. I'm not sure if we're gonna be doing an intro. Like, what if we did drop them in kind of like that? Yeah, what if we just like had this like pickup snare? And we kind of do this like little fake out. The pickup. Dude, this is such a vibe. I don't know what you would call this sort of genre. It's like, it's kind of indie, you know, and it's kind of soul, but it's like, I don't know. It's something I've been kind of just obsessed with. I feel like I have this kind of philosophy that when you're digging into a sound, like, I don't know, I'm sure you guys go through phases when you're making music where you like, you just kind of have a sound down for a minute that you're like enjoying. My philosophy is to just like chase that sound if you find yourself really vibing with something, right? Whatever niche it may be. And then you might find yourself with enough for like an EP or an album or something, you know. But yeah. What's up? Here, I'm sorry. I've got my glasses on today. I can barely see. Bestia's Nadolan. How's it going? I hope I didn't butcher your name. He says, what was your biggest breakthrough in making beats? Oh, that's actually a good question. I think like when I started to really get good at making beats was when I started to increase the amount of beats that I was making. So like, it was about 5 years ago, I decided I was going to start like selling type beats, right? I wanted to be a music producer. I wanted to do it professionally. But in order to do that, you need a huge catalog to show rappers and stuff. And also at the time, you know, people were posting type beats on YouTube. And so like, YouTube was really rewarding like consistency and quantity, right? And I was like, well, this is perfect. I need a lot of beats, right? So I gave myself this impossible task of I'm going to publish one beat every single day, right? That's fucking hard, dude. I was making a beat, I was mixing that beat, I was publishing and promoting that beat every single day. Now, when you make that much music, you go through the steps of like writing a song every single day. Suddenly you start learning at a pace that was unobtainable beforehand, right? So like it took me years to make 100 songs beforehand, but then suddenly I was making 100 songs in 100 days, right? So I was learning like so much faster. I can't even express to you how, like, what that did for my production abilities, right? So honestly, any advice that I'd give to anybody that wants to be really good at music, I would just say make more music. Challenge yourself, push yourself really hard, you know? Yeah, he says that's what all producers that I like say. One of them said, make as much as you can always delete it. Absolutely. You know, I think the biggest thing that is holding most people back is just an inability to learn faster, right? Because, you know, you can look up 1,000 different tutorials, but it's really the act of making a song that like propels you forward, right? So I still to this day try to make as much music as I possibly can. And I think this one's gonna be good. But, you know, even I'll tell you what I'm doing right now, how this sort of helps me now as an instrumental artist, because I don't know if you are aware of like my music. This is what I mostly am doing nowadays. I'm TapDaddy on Spotify, right? So I feel like the stakes are so much higher publishing music on platforms like Spotify, right? Like for audiences, the quality mark is so high, right? But what helps me be a lot more creatively free is I make more music than I intend to publish, right? So like I'm trying to figure out what my next single's gonna be. And I've got like 3 or 4 songs on the backlog that I think are at that level, that I think are gonna be great. But I'm trying to outdo myself right now. I'm trying to, you know, we're trying to build the cream of the crop here, you know? So we'll see if I hit it today. All right. Maybe we get some strings in here or something. I think I want to use... Splice has a really cool plugin. The Splice Instruments plugin. There's some great strings in here. Let's see it. We're looking for Strings 2 from the creators of Strings 1. Let's see. Where's it at? I may have gone past it. Oh, no, there it is. Cool. Swells Ensemble. This is pretty cool. So this one we started a little bit later than this guy. Let's see how this feels. I want to get some vocals in here. Not anything lyrical. I just want some oohs and ahs. Let's see, there was a sample pack I was digging through yesterday that I think was probably pretty suited for like neo soul stuff. But yeah. What's up, Chocolate by Swagger? How's it going, dude? Get a MIDI track down for whatever synths we might pull out next. But let's go digging for maybe like a little audio ooze and whatnot. Maybe try to track down that, what I was like checking out yesterday. I think it was in this. See, what key signature are we in now? B minor, but we stepped it up by 1 steps, which should make it C minor. Yeah, C minor. So... I've noticed that I can kind of avoid a lot of lyrical stuff if I just search for harmonies, you know? But yeah, Chocolate says, in my FedEx truck listening. Oh, hell yeah. That's what I like to hear, man. That's dope. Oh, man, you are responsible for bringing my music all over the place then. Damn. That's awesome, dude. I hope you're having a good day roaming around. The vocal synth stuff is weird. I'm not a huge fan. Search for harmony. There we go. Also, we gotta figure out what is the relative major to C minor. Let me Google it real quick. E flat major, okay. So when we're checking out samples like F major here, we just warp it to E flat major. Okay. Then we're back to C. I sampled this one the other day. Gonna be something like this. There's one note in there that I kind of disagree with, but we could probably chop that apart. I want to try doing this twice as fast now. So like, what if we got this, we really washed it out, and I'll probably switch it to Complex Pro so we don't have such a pitching sort of sound. Turn this down. And we might even like fade on that. There we go. What's up, Jose? Sorry, I've got my glasses on, so I'm like struggling to read today. Jose, how's it going, dude? He says great beats. Greetings from Antofagasta, Chile. Oh, hell yeah. Welcome on in, dude. Damn, my music has landed in Chile. Hell yeah. Welcome on in, dude. That's awesome. God, I love live streaming my sessions. We got a homie in Chile. We got a homie in his FedEx truck roaming around. I don't know, it just makes me happy that my music is like all over the place right now. That's cool. Let's see. We're gonna really wash out that that vocal. Here we go, super plate. That's pretty clean. But yeah, Poland? Oh, hell yeah. That's what's up. Oh, and Chocolate by Swagger is from Toronto. Oh, hell yeah. Damn, we got homies all over. That's what I like to hear, man. Damn, we got a lot of the globe covered. That's awesome. Okay, I feel like there's more that we could be doing with this like synth line. I kind of want to layer a little bit heavier. Let's pull out Analog Labs. Yeah, I've got like a lot of delays going on right now. For presets and stuff. feel like this is a good sound selection, but I kind of like don't want to overcrowd this section. Let's get a bass line in here first of all. We're gonna keep on to this instrument. I like it. It's a good like kind of theremin-esque synth lead. And let's see, there's a bass I like to use that's just called like jazz bass. Jazzy bass, here we go. Maybe we could go more of like a plucked bass. That might be kind of cool. Let me just try that. Let's pull out there's actually a one shot that I sometimes use as a bass guitar. Yeah, deluxe lo-fi bass guitar is kind of cool. Now, for some dumb reason, this is a one-shot tuned to the A, so I've got to kind of shift it. We'll shift it up by 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that should be C. Hell yeah. But yeah, I see Jose was asking, do you always work with the Ableton or do you use FL Studio? So I'm definitely an Ableton guy. I've worked for years just in Ableton Live. I see though, Chocolate by Swagger was asking, you ever used any hardware, MPC? So yeah, actually, I chopped these drums on the MPC. So I guess I do technically sometimes work outside of Ableton. I used to chop samples in this MPC studio, right? And it was nice for the good long while, but quite honestly, I fell in love with Ableton's drum sampler and also just the sample simpler. So I honestly use this thing more as a MIDI controller nowadays. I kind of like save a bunch of drum racks laid out on the MPC here. And so like the drums that I laid down in this track, I banged out on this MPC. It's pretty good. I like it. But yeah, most of the time it's just like a lot of the devices that I have nowadays are just MIDI devices, just control surfaces for Ableton Live. I really do love Ableton. But yeah, I see Chocolate saying I'm teaching myself Reason. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. I'm curious what your thoughts on Reason are. I feel like I don't actually know too many people that work in Reason. But I feel like there's like it's popular enough that I've heard of it though. range where I can't quite find a good bass. I need to just kind of go simple. I'm struggling to find a bass that's gonna really stick. I think we're gonna pull out key bass and potentially use something that's kind of 808-esque, which is kind of a weird choice for a track like this, right? But it might hit, man. It might be sick. We gotta just try it out. Boy, I've wrestled with basses so much, I'm almost contemplating just like letting this be a bassless track. Which is, sometimes I like to choose to do that. It lets the track feel pretty like light on its feet, you know? We'll see though. Chocolate's like, man, I like your honesty. Yeah, hey, there's no hiding it when you're biffing it. It's okay. You know, just gotta be patient sometimes. I think producing used to feel a lot more kind of stressful, you know? Like I would sit there and listen to the track go by 1,000 times and feel like I'm just making no progress. I think what's kind of changed for me is I have gotten a lot better about, you know, hey, just keep trying things. If it's not working out, try something else, you know? And like we've been listening to the same thing kind of go by, right? But through trying all these things, you know, it's like we've learned 1,000 ways to not make a light bulb, right? We're still making progress in a sense, right? just keep the process moving forward, even if that process is trying 1,000 instruments, you know? Let's loop this section and kind of figure out what are we gonna be bringing them into. It's gonna be like something, right? We're gonna just take the second half of this, yeah. And I'm kind of rethinking this dropout. We might tighten it up a little bit. Might like hit them like right here. There we go. But yeah, Chocolate says, well, I'm done for the day. You're my soundtrack, back to the yard. Hey, hell yeah, man. What city are you from? I'm from Fort Collins. I'm in Colorado. We have a lot of really good beer here. It's pretty great. See, that's pretty awesome. And I know a good like reverb that kind of pairs with this. If I go into Guitar Rig, I think it's in like Guitar Rig 6 MFX. There's this one called Airverb, and it's kind of like this chorusy sort of reverb. It's pretty slick. Let's see how this feels. Ooh, yeah, there we go. But yeah, cheers, Chocolate. That's nice. There might be one or two like teardrops that we might kind of fit in the beginning section as well. Okay. I'd love to like Maybe find some sampled strings that might give this a little bit of life. Okay, let's see what else we got here. This is the really riveting part. Thumbing through 1,000 different samples. Oh, these are kind of some cool swells. These are in D minor, and we're trying to pitch them to C minor, so -2 might work on this. So let's grab this, change it to complex, say -2. Now we do have this string layer over here. We might try this like more on this side. See, this doesn't quite feel right. When in doubt, just pitch it out. Not quite. I don't think these will be the answer, but that does kind of remind me of this other sample that I had on deck. Let's see if I can go find it. Let's see. I think it was in some of my splice stuff. Yeah, this guy's pretty slick. I might even just throw him in simpler, and we can really just play around with finding the right note. If I pitch him down 7, okay. Complex. Jesus, that is loud. But yeah, Mars, what's up, dude? He says, yo, it wasn't me. Didn't do it. Welcome on in, dude. How's your day going? Kind of want to unwarp this. See how this feels. But yeah, very ethereal. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you, Jose. I appreciate it, man. We're making progress slowly but surely. might even just continue on this guy. In fact, why not? Oops, did I get that wrong? Yeah, I did. Not so sold on this cello. Boy, this is one of those tracks where it's like kind of painful. I'm just like going through 1,000 different instruments, trying things. I feel like it's because I start with something so strong that I'm like, I'm afraid to mess it up. Can't be doing that. So, you know. That's okay though. Ooh, you know what? We haven't pulled out Purity in a while. Let's pull out Purity. There's one sound in particular I think would definitely fit in here. Ping pong piano. Okay, yeah, we'll bring that in on the second half. That's awesome. But yeah, Mars says, what's Purity? Oh man, it's a slick plugin, man. Really just a collection of instruments. This is Purity right here. And you know, I kind of like this. It's got I would almost say it's kind of similar to Xband in that it's pretty cheap. It doesn't have like a bunch of sounds that are going to like completely blow your mind, but I've found a lot of great uses for the sounds in this plugin. I think it's mostly associated with the genre of plugin B. Like, I don't know, a lot of plug producers go crazy about this plugin. My homie that's a plug producer was the one that recommended this to me. I've found a lot of great uses for it in R&B music, vaporwave, and every once in a while, just like light detailing on stuff like we're using right now with this ping pong piano. In fact, I think I'm going to, let's edit this, and let's bring forward that delay. So... yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's on Sonic Cat. Yeah, Sonic Cat is the creator. Okay, so for these second ones, though, I don't think we want to pair that up so much with this. Duh. Yeah, right here is where we want that to hit, I think. And then it hits over here. And again over here. That guy was a little bit loud. We'll bring him down in volume a bit. But yeah, it's not bad. It's like a $50 plugin, and it comes loaded with a lot of great stuff. In fact, I'll pull out one of my favorite sounds from this because I think it would really fit this soundscape. It is in Godam Nostalgia, Boosin City Keys. This is cool. something like that. That's not bad. It's pretty slick. I don't know, I kind of liked my take the time before that. So like, let's pull it out to here. And then let's go yoink. Although, what if we kind of offset everything? So that maybe it's like... Oh, now it's more counterpoint. Slick. Just pulling it off grid a little bit. Suddenly it's like perfect counterpoint. All right. Let's keep it moving along. See. I don't know about this beat, man. I feel like this is kind of a different version of something that I did the other night, that I think I did it better the other night, but I want to see it through, you know? I want to see it through because I might be able to transform this into something really golden, right? And it is like quite a vibe. I might be a little bit too hard on it, you know? Let's get more like soul vocals going. Yeah, keep going, says Mars. I will. Let's sift through more of these harmonies. Wow, big breath. Oh, goodness. This is a really cool element. Now, we're gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup here. This has gotten a lot, like, pretty cluttered, right? But let's hear, like, it over here. Oh, that's awesome. What's up, Truesdale? How's it going, man? He says, emphasize the breath. It's interesting. You know, you're not wrong. Like, that is kind of, it kind of has me sitting in anticipation of, like, what's coming up, right? All right, let's dress this in. Yeah, it's a little sensual, honestly. Now let's warp this differently so we can kind of preserve the pitch. Let's figure out what got so crowded over here. It might be this purity layer. Because I'm curious. Much better. I swapped out the other vocal. Dude, I've just been so in love with, like, neo soul music lately. This is like this is a vibe, man. Oh man, we could even pull out a string. Let's splice, and maybe this string kind of swells in and out of this, you know. Let's go find, what was it? Was it Cello Moods? Yeah. Take this a little bit at a time. Yes, there we go. But yeah, Truesdale says, makes me want to sing about loving my girl. Hell yeah, man. Oh yeah. All right, let's bring this back from the beginning. We need kind of a top-down view of this. You know, this is such a golden synth lick. Maybe we, like, hold off on this. Yeah, we bring it in on the second half of this. so much better. But yeah, Truesdale says, good shit. Glad I got to catch you. Yeah, for a minute. Hey, thanks for popping in, dude. I'm glad you caught me live as well. We're having a good studio session today, you know? Damn. Maybe we'll do the same thing over here. Catch them on the second half. Oh, man. But yeah, Jose says, I'm going on a trip with this beat. It sounds great. Thank you. Hell yeah. Yeah, Mars agrees. Damn. I'm really vibing with this. This is like just such lovely vibes, you know? What do we want to dress up this section with? We're on to something there with the Venus lead. Now that kind of got a little bit screwy. That switches over a little bit too fast. Then we'll delete these guys. There we go. I think I'm gonna need some more coffee. It's time for coffee, guys. Let's I'm just gonna like go run to the microwave and heat up some coffee. But while I do that, let me play you guys a track. Cause yeah, I feel like we're at the halfway point for this track. Like we still got so much more to do here. So I'm gonna need some more brain power. Real quick though, I dropped an album called Return to Earth. It's a banger. It's ethereal. It's jazzy. It's cool. And I also just recently dropped this new single called Summer Breeze. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll be 2 seconds. I'm just gonna go run and heat up some coffee. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Oh, I got some hot coffee. I'm ready to finish this track, man. All right, here we are. Let's listen back to it and sip a little bit of coffee and ponder where we're going. Oh, that's good. Get a little super plate on this guy. Gold foil sounds great on this string. Let's go find that. Woo. What if we stripped this down to just the top notes? But yeah, what was that, Pan Man? Are you talking about this? Oh, that what I threw on the string? No, actually, and I understand why you might think it was Pan Man. This was Super Plate. This was a reverb that I applied to the string. Now, I could kind of see why you might assume Pan Man, because it does kind of throw it to the sides a little bit, you know? But yeah, this was the gold foil preset on Super Plate. It sounds really cool, man, especially on this string. It kind of just gets it out to the sides in a pretty peculiar way. Yeah, it's good. What if we had like a guitar solo or something in here? I kind of want one. I kind of would be the vibe. I might go dig for one, honestly. I think we need, like, the nuance of a live guitar. And, I do not have the guitar skills. Let's go find one. Something to really... I'm thinking, like, jazz guitar, you know? Let's go digging. So, like, specifically for... this, if we can get electric jazz guitar, so like guitar melody, and we go jazz. Come on, where's the jazz at? There it is. Not a ton to choose from here, but okay, so we're gonna go C minor. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. That's like super simple, but it's like not bad. The guitarist wanted to do his own thing. Yeah, somebody better get that guitarist in line. Yeah, it's off key a little. Let's see what this one has in store for us. You know, this one's gonna go. It's a little bit rushed. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Like, I like that walk down, but aside from that, it's a little bit all over the place. We might even just grab it just for that walk down. So, like, what if we were to... And it doesn't even have to be in this section, you know? It could be, like... So, where was that? We could do that, but like put it a lot further back. And maybe wash it out with a little bit of reverb. Now, is this really where we want it? Or is there like a place that we might... I'm thinking almost over here. Okay. I'm not giving up on the idea of a guitar solo, but I am glad that I captured this just for this section. This is cool. Also, we do still have this guy that we kind of removed from that one section. We could use him somewhere over here. That's kind of cool. But yeah, Mars says, I know it's off topic, but I'm reading an article that says that school districts across the U.S. banned 3,743 books between 24 and 25, which 1,000 of which were non-fiction political. Yeah, so much for free speech, man. It's laughable, man. It's fucking laughable. It's so silly. Good God. I think it's crazy that, you know, the same people that want to ban all these books that they disagree with are also the same people that are like, we demand that there are 10 commandments in every classroom. It's fucking wild, dude. You agree with it? Okay. Fair enough. Think we shouldn't have political non-fictions? I don't know. I think you should just let people read whatever they want. Yeah, he says, I disagree with all of these activists attempting to deceive children. Let children have their childhood. They can make those decisions when they're older. I don't know, man. I think a lot of the stuff that's being banned is not really that harmful to anybody. You know? I think Fox News tends to get people all riled up about things that aren't really problems. Like, man, a while ago they had people convinced that, oh, the kids are pissing in litter boxes because they think they're cats. It's just totally made up nonsense. They're just freaking people out over nothing. All right. What do we get next? We were kind of hoping to get more of a guitar solo in here. Oh, that's kind of a vibe. Maybe. people can read whatever they want at home, but school is not the place for politics. I think it's kind of political to try to shield people from certain books. I think that in and of itself is kind of a political, like you're trying to shape somebody's politics by not letting them read whatever, right? I think people make their own decisions, you know? This one is so drenched in reverb, man. This one's kind of little, you know? I like some of these that are a little bit more rhythmic, you know? Ooh. This might be cool. This one's kind of vibey, but it's like a little bit fuzzy, you know? What was that one that had that? Yeah, a good pluck, man. Like, I think like this guy. We might put this like after in the next section, and we'll like dress up stuff around it. All right. Oh, man, where are we heading with this? Yeah, at this point, I'm kind of listening for like, where can we use a little bit more details? That guy can be a little bit quieter, maybe a little bit more washed out. Like we'll apply a little bit of a reverb to him and just set him down a little bit more gently, right? So like yeah. Here we go. Maybe an organ? Maybe, dude. That wouldn't be too far outside of the neo-soul soundscape. I was kind of hoping for a few more synthesized elements, but this is leaning a little bit more like, you know, analog. Yeah, you could start arranging, taking some stuff away. That's true. I think honestly at this point it's more of like, where are we heading in this direction? just kind of coloring this in, you know? Yeah, it could be as simple as that, you know? Man, okay, I kind of want to wrap a bow on this guy, and I want to make one more beat to get today. I would like to maybe make something that's a little bit more rapper focused, you know? I need more beats for my beat stars, but let's listen back through this and really decide, have we hit this, you know? But yeah, this is the area I get stuck in sometimes. I call it a perfect loop. You have a hard time figuring out where to go. Dude, I feel you on that 100%. Man, this is a vibe. We should save this. What are we on? We are on song 1132. Let's go. Says, then I hear other producers make great tracks out of the perfect loop, and I'm like, why can't I do that? Yeah. Man, I feel like this is why I really encourage people to finish their beats, right? Finish it. Because I think what ends up happening is if you only allow yourself to get so far, you know, you make the perfect loop and then walk away. What you're missing from your repertoire, you know, your practice, is you're missing all of that practice arranging stuff, you know, setting it all up. If, you know, only 2 out of every 10 tracks actually get finished, you know, that's like 20% of the time you're actually getting that arrangement practice. I used to really struggle with that, man. I feel like not so much anymore. And I don't really stress about it too much anymore. Sometimes I feel like in the past I used to think like, oh, my arrangements are too simple or whatnot. You know, sometimes it's not about having like this really off the wall arrangement, right? Sometimes simpler is better, you know? Yeah. So I don't know. I would just say, you know, just, if you do find yourself struggling to find your way to the end of the beat, I think what helped me was adopting a finish your plate sort of mentality whenever I was making music. Every single beat I started had to be finished, whether I liked the beat or not. It was just part of the process. You know, I just decided like, yes, this has to be finished, right? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's very rare nowadays that I start a beat that I don't finish, whether I like it or not. I always find my way to the end, you know? All right. We'll let this guy save, and then we'll just dive right into hopefully making like a good boom bap beat or something. I would like to make something kind of simple and rhymable is kind of what I'm aiming for. But we'll see. I hope I don't get sidetracked with another like Spotify track. All right, here we go. New live set. All right. So, maybe we'll find like a sample or something to start us off with. Get like a piano or something like that. Oh shit, I have time stretch on. Oh yeah, I remember this sample. That was good. In fact, I'm kind of curious if there's anything else in here that's gonna be... Yeah, let's do it, man. Something really simple like this could go hard. We'll see though. Let's just pull out some drums. Let's see. Maybe we'll go with these guys. But yeah. A lizard ran up and gave you a side eye, then ran off. Damn, why you pissing off the lizards, man? What did you do to them? Be honest. Okay. All right, that could be pretty cool. Pissing off the lizard people. The Sentinel is happy today. He played with the hawk. Oh, yeah? Was he playing with the hawk or bullying the hawk? We might even extend this out. Yeah. There we go. Oh no, I think we got the perfect amount here. Bullying. Yeah. Nice. Now let's go back to our sample here. Oh yeah, but let's chop it. Oh, I didn't listen to the full thing. Here we go. There's some good variety in there. Gotta get rid of this guy. I kind of get, you know, the vibe of this. I'm not sure if I want to do that resolve. We might just keep it simple with these chops, right? This could be the setup for a good, like, Tribe Called Quest sort of beat. Now, the name of the game here is that we're going to try to keep this pretty simple. Let's try to run our drums through an amp, though. I think it could be pretty slick. I like running these drums in particular through this Ampeg SV TVR Classic. Yeah, it has sway. Hell yeah. But yeah, I think it's a lady hawk. It's bullying lady hawks, dude. He says, I like the hawk. She catches snakes and mice. Oh, well, there you go. So that way you don't have to catch them yourself. There you go. But yeah, plugin alliance, damn straight. Let's maybe see if we get a little bit of compression on these. How that it might feel. Okay, yeah, it's quiet right now, but we'll fix that. Woo, there we go. That's pretty good. I like this. See, this honestly makes that kick a little bit too much, but this kind of gets it in place, but also it kind of makes that snare really snap. I like that. Okay. Let's pull out decent sampler. Maybe it's in my recents. Micro cassette piano. Key signature are we in? That might be worth A minor, which is basically C. It up actually, but yeah, you grabbed some free stuff from Minimal Audio yesterday. I don't think I've heard of Minimal Audio. I haven't tried any of their products yet. I can't say I've even heard of them. But yeah, what all free stuff did you get from them? I transposed this up by 3. That's what I did. So A minor. 1, 2, 3. So we're in C minor. B flat, E flat, E flat, A flat. Okay. Decent. Alright, let's find the best take. I kind of want the high chord to be like more subtle, right? Oh man. But yeah, Mars was saying I find myself using Byte from Native Instruments a lot lately. From their Crush Pack. Add some crazy dimensions. Oh hell yeah. What exactly is Byte? Like, what does it do? I like that one with how soft that chord is. Splice instrument pack and mess with some sounds. But yeah, it's a bit crusher. Oh, sick. But it has some filtering and added controls that help get that vibe. Oh, hell yeah, man. Now, bit crushers are cool, man. They can really add a lot of texture and nuance to stuff. That's awesome. Let's see, I find myself using this instrument a lot. That's pretty slick. Okay, so that's cool. And, you know, like I was telling you guys, we want to keep this pretty simple. So here's what I'm thinking. Boom, boom. And then we bring this guy over here. See? Arrangement. Here we go. But yeah, that's cool. It's like a Chinese string instrument. Yeah, I have no idea what this technically is. It's just called, what is it? It's called Behind the Bridge Soft. And it's in the ambient guitars in Splice, you know. But yeah, Jose says, how nice to have arrived at your live, bro. Oh, hell yeah. He says, I must go. I'll be attentive to other lives you do. Hey, thank you so much. Blessings to you as well, man. Yeah, feel free to pop in anytime. I'm live every Thursday and Saturday. So hope to see you around, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Hell yeah. Dope. Yeah, this was a fun live stream, man. We had a lot of people hanging out. But yeah, I think the idea behind this beat is to just give people a mile to walk on. Oop. For some reason, my let me go over to my MPE. Or envelopes, that's what it is. Make sure that this isn't, yeah, you see it accidentally got caught. There we go. Let's move this out one. I feel like some rain might be kind of cool. Oh, you can also hear some clicking, so we're gonna add a little bit of fade in to kind of remove any clicks. There we go. And then we need our little drum fill in. Yeah. So like... up a little bit. We might add a bass. I'm still kind of on the fence, but I'm thinking we'll probably try to fit a bass in here. Maybe an upright bass might kind of fit the bill here. We'll get that snare in there. All right, let's play around with an upright bass. This should be cool. Let's see. It's been a little while since I pulled out this instrument. Or no, it's in complete control. That's what it is. So we shall see. So upright bass, this will be nice. Yeah, it's been a while for you as well. It's great, man. I feel like this is like the most high quality upright bass that I've gotten my hands on, you know? Yeah, I see Mars says I usually work from machine. Oh, I got you. I got you, man. Might lower the tone a bit. Yeah, that was the right call. That's some pretty slick upright bass. And now we got something else to kind of arrange with, right? So like maybe we'll let this go all the way through, but then we'll like open it up over here. Like a little bit of compression on this guy. Some of these notes are just like a lot louder than others, so we'll pull out this LA2A tube compression. But yeah, the horns sound great. Oh hell yeah, man. You know, I haven't even really messed around with Native Instruments' horns. Is there like a preset that you recommend? That's pretty good with the compression on there. That feels nice. But yeah, man, I hope that rappers would just be able to like really walk a mile on a verse on this track, you know? That's... Yeah, just go through them in Contact Library. They're all nice. Oh, not right on, man. Yeah, I don't really have too much of an extensive Contact Library. I've got a lot of like the free stuff, you know? Now the question is do we fade them out here, or do we like extend this out, give them one more go around? Yeah, maybe we do this. And we give them this, and then I'm thinking oops. That's pretty slick. But yeah, you've got complete 13 standard. Oh, nice. Yeah, I forget what I got. It was Complete Control. I forget which version of Complete Control I got. It may have been 13, actually. Oh, you've got quite a few machine expansions. That makes sense. So, like, what if we faded out the drums here? Let's just say that maybe we start fading the drums, like, up here. That's pretty cool. Now I just feel like we need to dress up that intro a little bit. fade them out into the track. That's pretty slick. Kind of see where we're at. We should probably save this track too. What are we on? 1,133. Okay. 133. Hell yeah. But yeah, this is perfect. This should be great for just like a BeatStars beat. Yeah. Mar says it's strange that they jumped numerology from complete 15 to complete 26. Yeah, why would they do that? I guess because they wanted to switch over to the year, but that implies that they're dropping one every single year. And it's funny, as you know, when they jump to that, and then it's like, and then they go bankrupt, so there's not going to be a complete 27. It's just complete 15, complete 26, and then complete. Oh man, that's brutal. He says, I also think they added it because of the Leap Libraries editions. No Fruity Studios bought them already. Oh, okay, I didn't hear that update. So they did get bought out. Okay, well, that's good. That's a good thing, then. Because I think otherwise they were just going under, right? Oh, man. Saved. Better than another bank buying them. Yeah, that's true. Hey, at least it's going to a musical company, right? Sick. All right, I think we got another beat. Damn. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. I'll probably be dropping that on BeatStars next. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I've kind of like slowed down my BeatStars releases to once. I was really dropping 3 times a week. Now I'm going back to doing just once a week. Because I'm a lot more focused on my Spotify as of lately. So, gonna give me a lot more time to be, banging it out for Spotify, But I still want to keep, drip feeding beats to rappers. I like getting beats in the hands of rappers, which if there are any rappers watching this, I've got a BeatStars that you can go check out, over 500 beats that I've made, all available, clearance guaranteed, all that good jazz. So anyways, I think that's a good place to stop for today, man. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Is BeatStars a site? Yes. So, in fact, let me just show you. I've actually got my own website within BeatStars. So, you can just go beatstars.com, and it's a site that is like a marketplace for people to buy beats. It's a pretty, you see a bunch of beats. You can search by type beat. You can do all sorts of stuff. They also sell sample packs on here. But I've got my own website within here, TapDaddyBeats.beatstars.com, and I've got my own like site on here. So I've got over 500 beats on here, a bunch of different tiers of licensing, and I've got like a handful of sample packs and whatnot. I got some services, music feedback, mixing and mastering, and custom beat. But yeah, it's all like pretty cool stuff, man. I've been selling beats on BeatStars for years, and yeah, sold quite a good amount of beats just through here. What I like about this is that you can actually search by like basically anything. J Dilla, search, and then there's like BPM. You can search by BPM, mood, genre. It's pretty cool stuff. So if anybody's looking for beats, you know, I also have a bunch of bundle deals as well. So you can see in my price tiers, like my cheapest one is buy two, get one free on the $30 licenses. The best one I would probably say is either the unlimited or the $75 wave, where you buy two and get three free, which is pretty cool. These come with stems. So, you know, if you're working with mix engineers, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Do you sell it in stems? Absolutely. So like the cheapest option is like just for if you just need the unmastered MP3, you know, then I'll slide that to you for $30, you know, and it's got like a 50,000 stream cap on it, so I can sell it really cheaply. Same with, you know, these two options. I've got the wave. Here's the wave plus the stems, and then I've got an unlimited license. If you want to buy it and not have to deal with any stream caps, you get the stems. You get I include both the wet stems and the dried trackouts, which I think is pretty useful for as a mix engineer, you know. And you know, for it, you know, it may be a little bit pricey, $150 for the unlimited, but I offer buy two get three free. So if you buy two of these, so for $300 you can get 5 that come with the unlimited license and all of the stems and trackouts. So it's pretty cool stuff, man. I don't know, I really enjoy selling beats on here. I feel like I've gotten you know, connected with so many rappers just from selling beats. It's awesome. So anyways, I think that's a good place to end there. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. Shit, this was a really fun stream. I'm glad I made beats today. I just, you know, was feeling like, you know, I don't really need to mix anything. What I need is more beats. So, you know, that was good. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. And I will see you guys on Saturday. I'm going to be making beats in the morning, Saturday morning cook-ups. So I hope to see you guys there. Until next time, happy producing. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.